So I am currently in a creative fill. Well, not fill. I joined a good friend's lobby, and I came across a bunch of children teaming, and I'm trying to teach them that when you try to team in a solo environment, it gives you power, and it's hard to not be seduced by power, but you have to give in.
Dead.
Because, you know, power will corrupt somebody, and with power comes great responsibility. But children don't know what to do with power. That's the point I'm trying to make.
The silence.
Indeed. It's probably because I said I was streaming and everyone's shy, but don't be afraid. No one's watching right now. I'm not that big of a streamer, you know? I just try to act like one. Because I want to act like what I want to become.
Please don't bully me just because I can't build.
It's not bullying. You have to learn.
Well,
Killing you in a game is not bullying. However, there's different forms of it. You just have to, like, think about it. If you die in a video game by a human being, it's just a game. Learn from it. You don't lose anything from dying in Fortnite. In reality, you don't. It's only what you think you lost. Whenever you die, you gotta think of what mistake did you make that made you die in that situation. And if that's the situation that gets you killed, learn how to avoid that situation. Come up with solutions for every problem you have in your life. Otherwise, you'll you know, powerless. You'll have to sort to crazy shit. Like, believe me, there's great evil in this world. And it doesn't need to be influenced. It needs to be abolished and eradicated. Destroyed. Don't you agree? Imagine this world without evil. Imagine you didn't have to hear about good or bad things happening to good people. The only reason why bad things happen to good people is because there's evil in this world. That's the only explanation to it. Mankind just hasn't realized yet, but I'm gonna try to make them realize that. One person at a time, just like how I'm doing to you right now. Damn. I wonder what the rating is to play Fortnite. Like, how old do you have to be? 13? That's why. These kids aren't 13. Technically, it's illegal for them to play this, but they play it anyway.
Because, I don't know.
Exposing kids to violence like this is unethical.
Oh, dude.
Unless you have my intellect to tell you that it's just a game and to move on from it. But not everyone cares like me, and that's what is missing in the world.
There's a pick at. Dude, about it.
Dead. Oh, how did I get on there? What? How'd you get up there? There's no way you can
Sorry. Against all odds. Oh shit. Damn it, he killed me to storm damage. GG. I was too high and he broke me out. But it's okay. Because it's just creative. It's just a game. I'm gonna learn from this mistake and overcome it. I'm not gonna let it
Like,
cripple me.
I can't believe, like, I don't even know how you got above me.
I
thought
side
you were
jumped.
still, like, a little.
Actually,
Oh, I thought I boxed you up.
if
I'm
you're
like,
really
oh my God,
curious,
Kim.
I'm streaming right now. You can see how I did it.
Yeah, hold up. I don't care if you guys kill me. I'm gonna go watch that right here. There's no way. Okay. I die with fun. Let me see. Oh, what did he do?
Oh, it's M2
Okay.
3 billion.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm above you. Okay, you're right there. I place it. Oh, dang, no, that's actually nasty. Yeah.
Indeed.
Side jump.
Oh, sh.
Dirty? Oh, you just predicted that? No! You probably have better ping than me, but I'm dead. Oh, how did I miss that bomb? I'm so bad.
GG. I don't know where this kid went, but life must go on. Everyone else must play. I'm sure something's more important than the game. That's why he's standing still. I understand.
I choked my 90s on the oh. Come on. The maths.
Nixon,
Yeah?
why weren't you talking?
My mic wasn't working, so I restarted Fortnite.
Well, it looks like you're busy playing, so.
You can join, we're just playing with creative box size owners.
I'm just making a new thing for my YouTube channel. No, not background.
Ooh, good. Ooh, good.
Oh no! I accidentally added my stair. I meant to go set up my wall.
Damn it, GG. Damn it, GG. GG. Well played. Well played.
I don't even know how I hit that shot on you, the 60.
Indeed.
I flew through. I wasn't even looking at you. I just turned around and shot.
I wanted to kill
I just need like, I just need Illuminator to leave, or die. Even sweater. I guess, no, he's just. Oh my. He's goated.
Can I like find a fish stick thing, please? Yes,
I missed. Oh, 30.
GG. GG.
Oh yeah, we're doing that. You know I'm kind of bad right now and like not hitting enough my shots because I just put the ball.
Well, you are a human being. You are a human being. You can't hit every shot in the world. But it takes experience to hit those shots. You just got to accept that.
No, but that's why I'm missing most of my shots.
Oh,
Like,
I
usually
see.
I don't
New
miss this many
experiences. Right?
Like usually I don't miss this many shots. It's just like, you know, I want to get good at it. I actually want to get better at the game.
I see. Me too. I can teach you everything I know.
Wait, do you play claw?
I don't actually. Or use paddles.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't have like.
Should I buy spark plug?
Do you really like her?
I'm just trying to get better at the game.
Does it like resemble something?
Nah.
Just like when you want to buy something, and it's priced at, you know, $12.
Jason, why did you kill me?
Really take into consideration. Do you like the skin? Are you gonna wear it? Etc.
I really want the haze.
Wait, how did
I know,
the stick
I want
join?
the skin you're wearing.
Back
Also
when I was
possible.
not very smart and stuff,
Yeah.
I bought so many skins like 2 years ago that I don't even wear anymore.
Okay, whose
Big
party is
D.
on public?
I bought
I
like
did
this,
too.
you know,
Okay, I'm gonna
know
get
that-
on private.
Luminary, you know that giant snowman skin? You know that giant snowman?
Oh yeah.
I bought that.
You know what I
What
want?
reason?
I don't know, I thought it was cool because it was Christmas season.
Maybe you like Christmas. Maybe it's your favorite holiday.
It is, but
Oh, see, that's why then.
Guys, how did you
I just don't ever wear it. The only
'Cause
time I wear it is
Christmas-
when I'm messing around.
everyone,
Christmas
this
is a
is
season.
unboxing TV duos.
In the winter.
You
That's
know
when-
what skin I really want?
Okay, yo, chill, you don't have to go Mongolian or something.
I want the studded axe so bad.
Oh, he hit that.
Everything
Yes,
I like
try to play
always
heal
comes
game.
out when I don't have V-Bucks.
If he's better than you, just start playing heal then.
I don't have any swordfish.
Guess 3, so you're dead. I told you to play
GG.
but no, you didn't listen.
I just lasered you.
Indeed. I was caught editing and resetting that code too much.
Oh, dang, AJ Espinoza? Is he good? See you guys?
Yeah, that always happens to me too.
Like, is he good?
I always have to, it always keeps switching the game chat for itself, so I have to keep switching back and forth and stuff. I keep switching the game chat, or game channel.
Bro, I don't like when people knock you down.
Luminary.
Yes.
You know what skin I really want?
What is it?
Who knocked
I
me?
want the haze skin
Me?
with the vision
No
pickaxe.
knocking.
Oh, I see. I love that combo. I see why you want it so much.
I'm not cranking up to the sky, I'm just thinking.
It always comes out when I don't have V-Bucks, and I'm like, bruh, come on. Hey, anyone want me to
No!
make them a wallpaper?
I got glitched on the mountain somehow. I thought I didn't slide down it. I thought I was just sitting there, but it slid down.
Nixon,
Yeah?
you got Snapchat?
Yeah?
You should add me sometime. I'm just kidding. You don't have to if you don't want
That
to.
was nasty.
That worm pump was nasty when he killed you.
I'm gonna
Just
join.
let him do a box fights.
It was just simple build control. Made sure I had the right
spectating
pieces.
Oh my god, you're freaking crap. Can I add you?
Of course. Ooh, GG, nice shot.
Do you think we could play sometimes?
No, you can't.
Wait, how are you gonna make luminary decisions? What?
I was just
No,
kidding. He's a luminary.
You can ask Luminary. You can maybe use his wisdom and, you know, judge it. And if it's in the right, I'm all for it. If it's wrong,
Yeah, go sub to Luminary's channel.
Exactly. Because I
Wait, you
care
got
for
a
the
channel?
people. Yeah, it's my name. Luminary Libra.
No!
The laser 66.
How much
No.
subs you got?
Right now I got about 20. 19 to be
20?
precise, but
I only got like 12.
yeah, I just started
Daddy,
it a
you
couple
edit?
weeks ago.
I've only been going for like 2 weeks now.
No!
I see.
Oh, you live?
Yeah,
Yeah, subscribe to you. Got 20 subs now.
Who's alive?
Jason and
I want the
Mono
Baki
Mono.
skin
Mono
so
Mono.
bad. Oh, you didn't even start your solo arena?
My solo arena?
Yeah, you never started that?
No, it was a past stream. It should be still relevant. Like, I might have deleted it or something because it had something that was epically
No, you're
bad.
telling me.
Cause like, I don't just post all my videos. I'm like looking through them and see if if anybody were to see this out in the public, I have to make sure it's right. Because if I put the wrong information out to the public, then
If you guys want to sub to me, it's Fade Fate. I mean, that's up to you guys, though.
Yeah, I'll send you like probably tonight.
Okay.
no rush.
I got like a 5-hour stream on my channel if you want to watch it.
5 hours stream. I can't do for 2 hours.
It's like a really long time.
Aimbot.
No,
Dude,
good
it's
aim.
Killbot, right?
Not aimbot.
Yeah, don't say everybody's an aimbot.
I just said
I play with no
Just 'cause they
reticle and
hit
it
you.
helps my. Okay.
Just because they killed
Is
you
there-
does not mean they're hacking.
Is
Actually, I never call you. I never said that you have
anyone
aimbot.
that plays?
Cause you miss a lot of shots.
Is there anyone
never call you- I never said you
else
have
in
aimbot.
this lobby that has no reticle?
No. I know what he
Oh
means.
my,
and
stop
I don't
doing
think so. I use my reticle
Oh,
because I don't have the
It
muscle
helps-
memory of where the crosshair is. Now, if I were to practice it, I'm sure I could get used to
play
it.
on it quite a bit. It actually helps quite a bit. Put your party on private.
I do, but it won't let me. I have to put a party on private. I just have to. That's all you can do about it.
Yeah.
He gave up.
I was spamming RJ, but it
Guys, let's go. Guys, let's play the dual script. Everyone go back to have.
Can I have Luminary? I'm actually trash.
GG.
Everyone go back to have.
You're not trash,
no,
you just don't know. You need to be taught, just like everyone else.
I
Or,
love this guy.
like me,
no homo,
find
but
your way.
Yeah, I was kind of like MP3's
GG.
skill in like season 7.
Yeah,
too.
GG.
You
Wait,
hit a
what?
bigger
Just
pumpkin.
learn.
I didn't start in season 7.
No, I said I was kind of like you. Like I didn't really know what I was doing. Cause you always say like you're so bad and stuff. Like well, that's how like I always thought of myself too. Cause I used to be always thought I was so bad.
We were all there at one point. Even Booga.
I used to think I was horrible.
Like the best players in the world were played like that at one point. Especially if you've been playing since season 1.
I haven't been playing since season 1, since season 9.
I started this account in season 5, but I've been playing since season 3.
I've been playing since season 5.
I've been playing since season 3 too.
Alright.
My brother's been playing since season 3. He's hella good. You think I'm good? Wait till you see him. He has about 1,000 subs on YouTube. He actually,
my goal is only 100 subs, and then from there on. That's my goal. Actually, my goal is actually 50 subs.
How many subs do you have right now?
If your goal is 100, I don't mean to say this, but that's small. You want the entire world to watch. You gotta know your worth. You think you're worth 100 people to watch? You gotta, you know, think out the box. Think of content that you can create that is for everyone, every human being.
I want to at least make it to 1 mil subs.
Oh. Okay.
That's what I want to make it to at one point. One point in time, maybe even if I start a new channel at one point, I want to at least reach it to 1 mil or somewhere under that. Not very under, but like close. Okay. Oh my god. I couldn't even fight you. Nixon was just shooting. That's what I don't like. When I'm like fighting someone.
You like if someone's fighting in game, are you gonna just sit there and watch them fight, or are you gonna sit there and beat them?
You're gonna beat them.
Exactly. Survival instinct.
So don't get mad when I beat you.
I'm not getting mad. I'm just saying I just don't like it because I'm not used to it.
I made a mistake.
All my friends always say don't do it, so that's what I'm used to, and then. Luminary's goated.
Fool, but he just hit me hard.
I feel like he's in his team.
He wants it.
I'm dead. No, I can't my shots. You're one shot.
Oh.
Ooh. That was almost bad for you, bro.
No! I'm so bad.
You didn't even move.
I had a lot of floppers for that situation. I would have died to Storm if I didn't have him. I have to be completely honest right there.
Where did that billion kid go? He just like stopped talking. He like
Probably
dipped.
something came up.
I don't know. I know that strat.
GG. I should have disengaged and healed, but I was hoping to hit a one pump. Trying to make that a habit. Because if I'm weak in any situation, if I can hit that one pump, I'll survive.
This is actually good practice for when you third party, because I gotta practice covering my back more.
See, you're already thinking
It's so easy.
That's how you should be thinking. I'm proud of you.
It's so easy to do like rifle cones on claw. You just have like, you never have to take your hands off the joysticks. Like, I could just do this all day.
Dang it!
Like I feel like I'm pretty good for my first day playing club.
You're goated for your
Oh
first
my
day.
gosh.
Aw,
I thought I
it's okay.
passed. I started shooting midair because I thought I pressed B.
If I shoot you down on accident, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. That's okay. That's if you really wanna get better. It's just a game. I don't care how you kill me.
Yeah.
You gotta
I hate when
outsmart
people
them.
are like, you can choose like one rule, and then they're like, I know your fate and his friend was saying this morning, but I just don't like it when people are like, you can choose one thing. You can either not shoot down or you can not third party. It's like
Yeah.
but in game you're gonna do both of them. That was nasty.
God! I should have actually popped that last mini that one.
Oh, that was a beautiful shot.
I need to make small plays, I feel.
Oh my.
And I'm like, and I'm just thinking, I'm in my head like, my friends always say this too. They're like, you shouldn't be able to shoot down. I'm like, I don't care if you say we're not shooting down. I'm shooting down because like, in game, you're not gonna just sit there when there's a giant build fight and just let. Like, you're not gonna just sit there and watch the fight.
Yeah,
But yeah, you're right, because if you're in a real game, people are gonna do whatever it takes to survive. You just have to put yourself in those situations and learn how to solve them, instead of complaining about them,
GG.
or making a rule on it.
Like, as soon as you see someone mid-game, you're not gonna just sit there and be like, oh, I'll let them finish that fight and come back down right after the fight. Like,
Don't
you're just gonna,
is like,
you're gonna just see that fight and you're gonna shoot it down right away.
what I don't like is when like I'm in a box and no edits are mine, and then somebody takes your wall, and you can't like hardly can't hold it.
There's a saying that I go by. Now, if you get broken down, that's what's supporting you, right? The builds.
Mhm.
Now, if someone breaks it out and kills you, maybe those builds were weak. They couldn't sustain you. So you have to think to yourself, how to make your builds either stronger to sustain that situation, or disengage the situation. See, like right now I'm high as hell, and he's spamming my swords and stuff. So I gotta wait till he reloads, get down, but you know I couldn't do it fast enough.
Yeah,
Now I gotta think of something else. Or just not be that high in the first place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like as Lumiere was saying, like, if you're in like a giant build fight, you're not just, and you're already pretty high, unless you're just one gonna crank, you're most likely not gonna just keep building. You're gonna drop down and either knock it down, or somebody else is gonna knock it down. But you're not gonna just sit there and crank the max height, because then you're dead. One, you probably have no mats left. Because even if you get, and even if you get mats from the other person, you probably get like 100. And that's only like 10 builds. And you're already at like super high. So 10 builds don't even really matter.
Yeah.
And someone's gonna see that giant build fight, and they're not gonna be like, oh, I see that kid dropping down. I'll let it go. Like people aren't. It's not like old season 4 now. People don't build anymore. It's all box fights. That skin luminary is actually
I know, I wanted it so bad, but I didn't have any freaking V-Bucks. I was like earlier thinking, bruh.
That's
Come
another
on.
thing I believe that sucks about the world. Being able to afford and get the things you want. I feel like you should be able to work for them. That's how it works, right? You get a job,
Yep.
and you get to buy the shit that you want, right?
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
But the problem is not every job pays the same. So you gotta really think, what can you contribute to the world that will give you as much as you need to live the life you want. You can't just like work at McDonald's and expect a private jet and blah blah blah.
Yeah. I just want to be able to afford the stuff I need. And if I have a little bit of extra money, then, I mean, I have extra money. When I get a job when I'm older, I need to spend my money right. Maybe like put $10, like save $10 to the side maybe, when I'm older. And then like save up or something.
Thinking about the future in a good way is the best thing you can do for yourself. Especially while you're young now. Because nobody lives forever. We're all human. We're mortal. And we're gonna make mistakes. And it's our job to analyze those mistakes. To prolong the human race. Regardless of selfishness and blah blah blah. Like Donald Trump wants you to sustain to. That's why he tried to buy everyone off with a 1200. Oh, dead. Damn it! I got lazy. But yeah, like he's trying to buy people off with all these stimulus checks to show that he cares. But in reality, that money's gonna come right back to him because he's a billionaire. He's a president. It's all part of the plan, you know. Because I know that he's not a good person. So whatever his motives are selfish.
I don't really read the news, so wait, what are stimulus checks?
Stimulus checks? Okay. So you know COVID-19 is, right?
Yep.
Alright. People are being put out of work because of the sickness. Or because they don't want to spread the sickness. Because of that, people can't work. They can't make money. He crippled them at where he knew that it would cripple him. And because it did that, he gave everybody a $1,200 check just so he could win this next election right around the corner. But I assure you, not with me watching. Fuck that. Because he's too evil to run the world. He can't be president. It doesn't sit right in my stomach.
Dang. I knew you were gonna edit that. I just didn't know when. And then
unpredictability. You saw me pop the mini, but I took, you know.
I knew you were gonna fake me out with that mini though.
It's a good tactic. I like to use. Especially when you're weak. Because when people see you're weak and you're one shot, they'll do whatever they can to kill you. But as long as you can realize that and hit that 200, nothing can stop you. Any situation. See, he hit the 200. I couldn't hit it fast
I
enough.
want to get better at keyboard and mouse.
That's a good option. Because a controller only has 20 buttons. A keyboard has 101. You have more flexibility for binds. Figure out what makes you better at the game.
But the thing is, I don't have side buttons.
On your controller?
Nah, on my KBM.
Luminary. I was telling this to your fate, this morning. Do you think people like want to watch people that are better at the game than like people that just do like memes and stuff?
I believe whatever is ethical that the people want to see, then that's what they want to see.
Well, I mean,
so do you think you have a
Fortnite,
higher chance of getting noticed if you're good at the game than if you're like not very good?
No.
Well, I mean,
It all depends on your resources. Because you don't have to be the best player in this to have the most following. For example, there's this guy named Pizzo.
That's what I was asking my other friend.
Good palm. Oh my god.
GG.
I hit 100, you
telling my
hit
other
200.
friend, he thought Ninja was like the best player.
He's false.
And I was like, he's the best. My friend was like, he's the best because he has the most followers. Like,
Oh lord.
you don't have to have the most followers to be good at the game.
Huh?
You see, he's
he's
manipulated by numbers. He feels like the numbers talk.
Yeah, I told him, I'm like, you know, Laser Beam, right? He's like, I'm like, he has like 14 million subscribers. Yeah.
But he's not good at the game at all. I know what you're saying now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He makes content off of being funny, but being funny is relatable to humans. That's why he's so successful. But people don't realize that sometimes. They're just like, oh, he does this, and that, and he has this. Like, oh, that makes no sense. But when you gotta really think.
Dang, you were 11 HP? Were you?
I was 3.
Aw, if I hit you for 22 with that jump shot.
1051.
You gotta get off soon, or?
I'll stretch it to about 11:30. So I do have to wake up for dogs in the morning. But I could always get more sleep after I take care of them. Right now I'm where I'm needed. So I have no reason to leave right now.
I did not know you were there. Are you gonna play tomorrow?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Never mind. You're in Champion League. I was gonna say we should play trios tomorrow. But...
Okay.
Oh yeah, so, you're right.
So
we can always play squads.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to be a competitive game mode.
I just like trios.
So what I was gonna say. Do you think that someone that just started the game, like, but has like a really nice PC. He's like very not untalented at the game. Do you think he has a better chance of having like a successful YouTube career? Just making like montages.
I get what you're saying.
Do you think he has? Do you think he has a better chance of having a good career if he's better at the game? The console player is better at the game though.
Now, with human beings, I'll bring that point right now. I'm on console with a controller, right?
Yeah.
And I don't play claw or paddles, right?
Mhm.
Yet I acquired to be this good at the game. Playing since season 5,
Hold on, my
correct?
dog.
Now for me to keep up with keyboard and mouse players that have better equipment than me, I have to figure out how to kill them. Even though their wall places first, they may shoot first. I gotta figure out how to shoot first. Time my shots. But that takes discipline to time your shots. Most people don't want to do it.
Learn what PC players are gonna do. Like watch PC players and like. Because it's very easy to see what. Because
I should have got out.
Actually, do a lot of stuff.
Yeah, GG.
But yeah, you can be handed shit to become the greatest because you have the best equipment to become great. But don't let the equipment keep you from becoming what you can become.
I know, that's why I was saying.
Mhm.
I was saying that's why I'm switching to COD because I don't want like I know I'm not that good at the game and I'm on console. So that's why the only way that I can really get better because I don't have that much money because I'm not old enough to get a job. The only way I can really get better is if I buy a Elite controller, and I definitely do not have enough money for that, like $300.
Indeed.
So that I'm like, the only solution is if like
you find a way.
One, I switch to claw, or I find a way
a bind.
to somehow get better without switching to claw.
Like a bind. Like pay attention. Okay. So I hold the controller like a normal person, right? Like my middle and index fingers on the triggers and bumpers.
Yeah.
Now, I realize that my left index finger is hovering over L1, correct? Or the left bumper. It's close enough to the touchpad to where I don't have to take my thumb off.
Yeah.
Exactly. Now because I came up with that.
I use L as my
you can
edit.
press like the top of it, huh?
The touchpad is really easy to hit because it's so big.
Exactly.
Because you can just tap on the top of it where the light is.
I was watching a video a long time ago, and it was like this guy. He was like saying the best way to get better at editing on console. And he was like, one, you should if you're on PS4, you should use touchpad as edit because you can press R1 and edit basically at the same time.
Exactly. Yeah, R1's my reset.
Yeah.
Same. Why does everyone say that's a garbage reset?
Because they're ignorant.
Oh, and
They haven't tried it.
Nixon.
Yeah, everybody thinks like right is edit, but they've never tried any other reset, so how would they know?
They also have to realize that binds aren't for every human being. Everyone has different hands and different minds. So because of that, you have to find your own binds to become great. So you figure out what works best for you.
I heard that 3-button edit resets are better, so that's what I started using before.
Triple edit binds?
Yeah. I started using that before I even switched to L. My edits were so much better as soon as I did that. Dang.
Yeah, I'm trying to like get good.
Yeah, GG.
I'm not sure, but in my head I think that I'm pretty good for my first day playing on car.
All about
But
progression.
Nixon, so you know how he was talking
That's
about
why I'm not
the
quitting,
L1?
because I
Nixon.
like when I beat my friends like your Faye and stuff, it gets me more like motivated to switch because like when I just get dogged on by like a good player, it just gets me less motivated because I just keep losing and losing. That's why.
What if we lived in a world where that better player taught you why you died and showed you how to prevent it?
See, and that's why you keep on copying me, but you keep telling me like the reasons like why you kept beating me and stuff. Like when you did that side jump on me, I'm like, bro, how'd you get high ground? And you're like, go to my stream and check out. And you just like helped me out instead of being like, oh, you're so bad.
Because I care about people. That's what it takes. But some people are selfish. But I care about people. I genuinely care about people. That's why I'm letting my passion drive me to do this. Could be destiny, could be not. But I'm a human being, and I won't know until I try.
Yeah.
Bruh. Nixon.
Like a long time ago, I like in my head, I think it was like, yeah.
Oh, hold on, Nixon. He called you.
Yeah.
He wants to talk to you.
You know how he was talking about the touchpad edit? Okay, so like you know how there's a light on the top of some of the PS4 controllers?
Yeah.
You can click on that, not the actual light bar part, but like when it's lighting up on the touchpad right on top of that, you can touch right there and it gets the touchpad out. So that's why it's such a good edit mode. Like right above the light bar where it says right above the light bar it says Sony. Right above that you can click it, like right above it.
Oh my god! This kid's playing. My guess is you had floppers, and you lasered me in Storm. Yep. I had no idea where the hell you were.
That's all because I had no mats.
Smart, and resourceful.
Yeah, so like, what I was gonna say, I think it was like, season 8. I was gonna switch to Claw. I was so like happy. I was like, yeah, I'm switching to Claw. I'm switching to Claw. But then, like, I go in. At this rate, I paid up. I'm like, oh yeah. Even though I'm not gonna be very good, I'm like, I'm just gonna go try to get better. But I go in, and then, oh, yeah, I go in, and there's this toxic kid.
Oh, I hate toxic people. My stream before this, I put a toxic person in his place.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
I'm like, this kid, he beat me once, and he was like, dude, you're horrible. Why are you even wearing the reference skin? And I'm like, okay. And it just got me like very motivated to switch the call, and I just didn't.
Why did I take that sword fight? Should have backed out.
Oh no.
Luminary.
You actually survived.
I couldn't catch.
Luminary.
I didn't realize till it was too late.
And then like,
Hey, Luminary. Do you think smaller HUD scale is better?
and then, so
I think it is.
I think it is.
Yeah, because
I
I
only
like
play,
it because there's more mobility. I mean, not mobility,
More
visibility.
visibility, yes.
Yes, visibility.
I agree.
And also, so I only played like 50 matches in Chapter 1, Season 1. I mean, Chapter 2, Season 1. And I played like 50 matches, and most of them were just duo games with my friends. And then I quit for like 6 months.
Oh shit.
And then I got back on Fortnite. I was still pretty good at. I didn't lose that much memory of like.
Dang.
And then I was like, oh, I'm just gonna switch to keyboard. And then so I was like, I'm playing. I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty decent. Like my edits are good and my builds are good, but everything else was so bad. My movement was bad. My aim was bad. My game sense was bad. Everything except building and editing was horrible.
That's because you were put in a state of mind where you couldn't figure it out. Someone
I thought it was
took
gonna be like
advantage of
easy.
your just being a human.
Yeah, and
Like somebody had the knowledge to kill you in this game, and couldn't tell you the reason why. Because he's selfish. You just gotta like I don't know.
That is my cousin right there.
Oh well, your cousin needs to talk to me.
Yeah, nah.
And I played for like a week straight, and I just was not improving at all. Literally everything was. If anything, the only thing I got better was my edits. And I don't even know.
I'm actually pretty good at. For my
yeah, and so I'm like,
for me,
I'm
good on keyboard.
Really mad that I decided not to switch to keyboard and mouse because, and that was also the time where like the whole thing was getting like broken and stuff. Like everybody's talking about controllers OP. So I just like, no, I'm not gonna switch.
Well, they're just aim assist. I mean,
yeah.
Alright, you go.
Alright, so the argument on aim assist.
And then today
the controller only has a certain amount of buttons compared to keyboard and mouse.
Yeah.
Like that's less flexibility for binds, and like it disables you. It keeps you from reaching your full potential. So playing on a controller and how to figure out how to keep up with someone who has 100 keys on their shit and has the knowledge of a sweaty player. Without the knowledge, you can't defeat him. Simple as that, because you don't know what you're doing wrong. But once you figure out what you're doing wrong, I swear next time you come across, you'll be able to fix it. Guaranteed.
So that's why I decided to switch to claw, because like, even though I was decent on normal controller, but I just,
GG.
obviously I can learn new things every now and then. It's just, I feel like if I switch to claw, sorry,
Like I said,
switched back to
you
the
just
again.
won't know until you try. Try it.
And so I was like, this morning I was like, I'm not improving that much. And I was like, I'm not improving that much on normal controller. And like, it's kind of hard to improve when I don't have an LD controller or stuff. So I'm not really improving that often. Every 2 days I'll learn like a new retake, or I'll do a few aim courses to get my aim better. But I never really improved that much. So I was like, I feel like that if I had played claw and actually tried to play it and not just gave up the first day, I felt like that I could get better. So this whole day I've been playing claw. And I haven't stopped playing claw once.
1 HP.
And now I'm actually decent. On
You
claw.
believed in yourself.
Yeah. And the reason I believed in myself is because I was playing with your fate and them. And like
They gave you the motivation to
obviously,
change.
yeah.
For the
They never
better.
would talk when when they killed me or anything. They always were like, you're still goated on claw. You're so good. You're so good. They never were like, oh, you're bad. You're bad.
Goated. Like, how am I supposed to compete?
They were like, you're so good. You're so good. They're like, I'm not even that good. And then, but they just kept making me like more motivated to stay on it because of like what they were saying. But like when someone says like, oh, you're garbage, like you should not have switched to claw. Like it is.
Dude, don't listen to them.
Oh, this is yours.
They're probably just mad that you can actually beat them. And they know it, but they just...
So that's why
did you pump hit for 30?
Yeah.
Hey, I haven't won a round. At least I'm getting kills. That's good.
Yeah. And also this morning, I did the Slappy Zedek course. His first one. Oh shoot. And I did his first one, right? And my first record was I think I got 6 minutes. And then your fate and his friend invited me. And I played zone wars and box fights with them for a little bit. I got used to claw. And then like at 10 o'clock I got back on again to do the Slappy Zedek course. And I beat my record by 2 minutes. And I got 4 minutes and 14. And I was like, bro, let's go. I'm improving actually. And so I was like, yeah. And I guarantee without that practice and box fights, I probably would not have got the score I would have got because they helped me out and actually played. I was like, they just wanted to hop right into arena. I'm like, we played it a little bit creative. They were like, you're so good. I'm like, I'm not good enough to go against like 5,000 point kids.
Mixing, you actually are.
The first squad we ran into, we got on.
Well, we weren't even warmed up. I wasn't even warmed up.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Damn it. I should have closed that wall.
Dang, you should have reset that wall.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I would have done.
I thought I could get the fish off in time.
Yeah.
Now
so
I know though.
Isn't it like 0.2 seconds just to pop a flop?
One second.
Oh, it is?
So yeah.
Yep.
And the
Just
other
like,
times I like.
Never mind. Go on.
Yeah. You can speak.
Minis take 2 seconds. A big pot takes 5.
And
then a fish takes 1 second. A med kit takes 10 seconds. And then
I
a
know.
chug jug takes 15.
Yeah, and so
add chugs back.
That's like probably the most balanced thing I've ever heard of. Or at least for heals.
yeah, 15 seconds to get max everything.
Like, no,
That's
like think of
balanced,
it.
but like,
You start from the fish. Takes 1 second. Then you move on to the mini. Takes 2 seconds.
But
And then
the bandage
the big
is
pot.
three.
big pots and bandies take 5 seconds.
Bandages are 3.
No, 5.
They're 3, aren't they?
It's 3.
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah. 5 seconds. That's as long as a big bot.
Yeah. It's 3 seconds.
I know, it feels like 5. Bandies takes forever. I feel like bandies take so long. They only give you 15 HP. You could at least like split a second, probably.
I don't need these edits are mine. Dang it. I thought I was gonna edit down, but that was mine.
Luminary, you got a sick combo.
Thank you. I always try to put detail in it. Or
You
details.
guys think my combo's good?
Let me see it.
Yeah, I like the fish skin.
I got the fish skin.
I like his combo. Your combo's nice.
This is my combo.
It matches.
I wish I had that axe. I didn't.
The combo is perfect. I'm gonna tell you why. You're a fish,
Because
right?
it's a funny skin.
And that's Slurpee water, right?
Yeah, that's why.
Water has to do with the fish because that's the fish's environment. Without
Yeah.
water,
See
the
my
fish
wrap
dies.
too? It has water in the front.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're just looking at each other's wraps.
And then
Split
on
up, and then we can
season
start
8,
fighting.
the other time that I was gonna play Fortnite or Switch to Claw, the first people I played with were my friends that were all better than me, and like I didn't really play with them much, but I haven't played with them in a while, and then the first time I played with them, like they were pretty nice to me. Like I was that good at the game. I think the last time I played with them before that was like season like 6. And then they got like I invited them back and they were like toxic. So like whenever they killed me, they were just toxic. But this time, the reason I decided to switch is because nobody was calling me bad, and no one was like,
Oh, another thing about that. You know how you're talking about a bunch of toxic people, right? And there's like no explanation of why they're toxic. Now, I've been thinking, if someone is to hate a human being like that, another human being had to hate him like that.
yeah,
It's like something that had to fuck with their psyche. So because of that, they never got the love and support they needed to overcome that.
I
And
used
then
to
they
get
end
bullied
up
for my
all
hair.
like, you know, filled with hatred. And then they feel the need to put other people down. That's what I'm trying to put the puzzle pieces together.
yeah, that's what my mom told me.
Shit, I might be on
so-
She was
shit.
like, she was like, one day, I got off Fortnite, and I told her that like these kids were being like really like toxic and rude, and they're like, my mom, if they're being like that, then that means they probably have like gone through something
Exactly.
that made them did that to them.
Because everything happens for a reason.
It just sometimes isn't the right reason.
Yep. And that's where humanity is lacking. Because if we have people like Donald Trump, President of the United States, now that title, great responsibility. But he's not doing shit for this country. He's making it worse.
Luminary.
I love you too, mama.
So, I'm 11 and I have this 16-year. Okay, my friend is 16, and my mom and like everyone thought it was bad for me to hang out with him, but he's like one of the people that stick up for me the most, and I used to get bullied for my hair color because I have red hair, and he's like the only person that stuck up for me when it happened.
Now, this guy that stuck up for you. I imagine you guys have a history.
Yes, definitely.
He's done stuff for you. You've done stuff for him.
Mhm.
Because of that, you build a relationship.
Yes.
He started to care for you.
Mhm.
He became like I haven't called or made a word for it, but it's like the opposite of selfish. And he saw that in you. A friend. Something he needed. Something more important than money. Anything shit can buy. Because friendship is priceless. Breathe or lie. Or believe it or not. The reason why it's priceless is because if you buy it, you know, want it the way you want it, that's control. But you can't control people. Everyone should be free. But see, what's fucked up in this world is that people don't care about that freedom. They abuse it.
Mhm.
And the only way to fix that problem, get rid of them. These bad people in the world need to die. I hate to say it. That's the only solution I can think of. But the only way we do it is by evaluating every single human being. Or at least that's an adult that can account for their mistakes. A children like you don't know no better. It's us job as elders to guide you in the right path.
GG.
Don't give up because you're weak yet. Anything can happen.
I'm not giving up.
Oh, true. That is a good saying. No matter what happens, GG.
And this is something I still do. Is like when you're like in a disadvantage to someone or somebody when you're in a fight. Say you're in a fight, nothing's happening. But say like your brother or your mom tells you to do something or comes up to you and like just walks like in your skin or something, and someone like beams you. You're at like no shield. I still do this like. Sometimes you feel like this, you need to give up because you're in a disadvantage already. You feel like you're gonna lose anyway. So I still do it, but I try to get better.
Now, you can look at the odds, right? And see what's possible in that situation.
Wait, can you say that again? It switched to game channel.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're talking about problems that don't know how to be solved, right? Because we don't have enough time to solve it. Like you're put in a situation and you have a certain amount of time to figure it out. Like you're weak in Fortnite. You have no health, no heals, and someone's pushing you. You have a white pump. You know, against all odds. You know, it may look like they're not in your favor. But that's when your brain comes in. You have to think.
Dang. GG.
About what you can do in that situation. And if you fail, don't be afraid of that. Don't be discouraged. Because we're humans.
I was watching this video. I think it was Flicks reacting to Booga's documentary, and he was saying how like even when you die, you get like
Wait,
on
Nixon.
so bad at the game and stuff. He was saying like Booga was saying how like you gotta go in like replay mode or something. You gotta like ask somebody like what you did wrong in that fight. Or like if it's in like a tournament or something, after you go in the place, and you just see what you did wrong, and you start working on that mistake.
That's called like bossing, I'm pretty sure.
That's the key to solving any problem in the world. Now, each problem has its own magnitude. You know, it takes longer to solve certain problems than others. Now, not everyone has the patience to solve every problem. But imagine a world we did. We took the time to figure out the key to figure out these issues. And once we do, and we encounter it again, we know exactly what to do. The right way, and the good way.
Yeah.
But it takes patience and discipline, you know. Something that has to be taught.
Okay, you have better ping right now?
Oh, my ping's 26.
And
I got 17.
Now yours is better. And you got the wall.
Oh, finally.
I'm just really good at holding my walls.
Sometimes I get ping spikes too, so I was probably just having one of those moments. Dang.
And the reason I wanted to switch to ball also is because obviously not all my friends, but most of my friends were better. Not even most of them. But there's a lot of friends. Like, I don't know how to say it, but some of my friends that like I know from like school or something are better than me. And obviously it's just a game, but I want to like I guess not be better than them, but be able to make them like feel better. And I want to actually be good. Like I got 101 points in my first tournament ever.
What? You definitely have potential. Because not even I can do that. Or have done it yet.
Yeah, my first tournament was like 2 weeks ago.
The most points I've ever gotten in a tournament, like a cash cup, is like 70 total out of all 10 games.
Me and my friend tried so hard.
Yeah, there was only 6 games.
Oh, Nixon, me and Max tried so hard in the last duo cash cup, and we only got 45 points, and we didn't even qualify on how hard we tried. We tried our hardest, but in the end, we never qualified.
Yeah, my first tournament I did was like, I think it was like actually like, it was like a week ago. I think it was like a week and a half ago. It was May 26th. So whatever day May 26th was, however long ago it was, is when I did my first tournament.
That was about a week.
And my mom wanted me to come eat dinner in the middle of the tournament. And I'm like, Mom, I actually want to try to qualify for this. This is the first tournament I've ever done. And then she let me play the rest out. And I got 100 points.
And you did well. You had your mom's support. That's probably what you needed. I guarantee if I told her, I'm like,
if I just said like, this is a tournament I just want to play, that she would have been like, no, just come eat dinner. But I was like, Mom, this is the first tournament I've ever done. I actually want to like play this. And obviously, I wasn't trying to win the whole thing. I was just seeing how good I could do for my first tournament.
That's smart.
I was just the whole game. If somebody tried to grief me, I'd try as best as I can to just outplay them.
And that's what separated you from everybody. Even me. Like, I had 70 points total out of all 10 games or 6 games, whatever cash cup I played. I just made too many mistakes. But I didn't take the time to perfect those mistakes. But now I will, because I have a different mindset. And I have you to thank for that.
Luminary helps me with so much stuff. That's why I wanted to add him. I don't know if he is gonna add me back though. Did you?
Wait, what is your epic? I'll add you back right now.
It's offlight_fade. I noticed you played on PlayStation 2.
Oh, true.
So, your fate. You know, wanna know how I like? So when I first, I was playing in a random creative, and then Luminary joined. Like when we were doing all these 3v3 wars. And at first he joined, and I'm like, dude, this kid's so good. I'm like, this kid probably plays on PC, keyboard and mouse. And then I think I either had my headset was off or he was muted because I didn't hear him the whole time. And so, and then I like turned on my mic to pause you. I forgot to hold. That's a GG. So I was like, dude, this kid's so good. And then this other kid in the lobby, his name's like I think it was Chawzilla. And he was like, you want a 1v1 Luminary? And I'm like, he's like, yeah, you should go.
That was a nice 200 pump.
And then Luminary was like, you should go see my YouTube channel. So I went over to it.
And he was goated, huh? Oh, he went to game channel.
Yeah, sorry. So he went and 1v1 Chawzilla. I went to his YouTube channel. I dropped a sub and everything, and I was like, after he was done with the 1v1, I asked him if I could 1v1 him. And then I just like started playing.
Like I said, everything happens for a reason.
And then also, he also said on his stream that he was like a console player with controller. I'm like, dang, he's good on. He's a god console player. Especially since he plays like controller on console, it's very laggy. You don't have the frames.
That's what's so impressive.
He doesn't have the equipment as pro Fortnite players like clicks and stuff, but he's still good because he actually tries to and he learns from his mistakes. And that's why I realized like how he's so good. Like I'll watch his things. Some of it, like I think he has like 2 or 3 streams where he's going against players and he's being dominated because he's outplaying them. He's outplaying them and just being the smarter player, and instead of just playing aggressive and trying to do this and just try to just sweat. He's just taking it slow and trying to beat him. I think it's awesome.
GG. I kind of half-assed that last shot. I knew you had right peek, but I just like flicked and prayed. GG. Right peek. I gotta time my shot. So I obviously missed that one.
You know how I started KBM, Nixon?
My sister came in the room.
You know how, do you want to know how I started, playing KBM?
Yeah.
Wait, I started...
Hold up. Sorry, I have to reset my headset because I can't hear game.
GG.
Huh, we said that at the same time?
I have to use the bathroom real quick, excuse me.
Yeah, you can talk now.
Alright, so, you wanna know how I started playing KBM?
How?
I started on my cousin's keyboard and mouse.
You wanna how I started playing it? So one day, I went to this garage sale and I saw this keyboard. I'm like, maybe I think it was like season 4 and stuff.
Yeah.
I obviously had no experience, but and then like later I realized that most pro players play on keyboard and mouse. I bought a keyboard like I think it was season 9. And ever since I bought that keyboard, I played it a lot. Obviously I'm not good. but I still play it. I played it. I literally beat Kellen on defense.
Kellen's, I'm not trying to be mean, but he's not that good. I mean, he's good, but like...
Dude, Kellen has the best internet, especially since he's on console.
I know.
He literally has 10 ping. On console.
I feel like he has too
He
big
must have
of an
really good
ego.
internet.
I know. He does. I'm like, Kellen, you're so lucky you have that ping. If I had that ping, I'd be so good. I'm always on like 50 ping. I can't take no
Well, it's
walls.
only him and his dad that live in that house. So.
No, at his mom's house. His dad's internet is terrible. I've played with him. Half the time he's at his dad's house, he's on 100 ping. It's his mom's house.
Okay, so when I'm just home alone, I get the best ping ever, bro.
Same, because no one else is on the internet.
I want to learn how to get even better.
That was in my wall.
I want to know a way to get even better. Because I want that ping advantage. That advantage, if you have better ping, you can do so much stuff.
Now, let me tell you something about that. Ping is all about the latency, right?
Input.
Now, as us humans in this game, we want to react as fast as possible.
Mm-hmm.
But in order to do that, you need good ping. But the people that are poor,
that still doesn't
that can't afford good ping, like let's say in Africa, right? Their standard ping is like 200. Now imagine playing on 200 ping, no matter where you go.
My friend used to be so good, and he used to play on 1,000. And my friend is so good, and he used to play on 1,000. I meant to say.
Oh my God, the hip fire! How the hell did all those hit?
Oh, okay. What?
I can't believe I hip fired an AR while you had high ground. And hit 2 bullets.
Thank you.
What?
And my internet is pretty good. Like, unless it's a bad day, I usually have like 20, 30 ping. But I get, I wouldn't say a lot of bad days, but I get like probably like 5 days out of a month, I'll have like 15. So that's the thing. My internet's usually good. I have like 20 ping. So if I had the internet plugged into my Xbox, I'd probably have like 10 to 0 ping.
I want an Ethernet cable so bad.
I have one. It's just I have to. Obviously, I can't just steal the internet for my whole family.
I mean, you could put it in like your room or something, but like, or is your room far from like everyone else?
All of my rooms are upstairs,
like,
upstairs in my house.
Ask your mom or like someone to like put the internet in your room. But
GG. I didn't have time to react to that edit. My fingers were stuck. Yeah, I didn't have time to react to that edit because my fingers were slipping. My joysticks are starting to get like kind of sweaty because it's all in my.
Oh yeah, I have that problem too. It's called clammy hands.
Yeah, I did like my thumb slipped off my joystick, so I didn't have time to react to the edit. Hold up, I'm gonna get real quick.
Huh? You have like a towel?
Clicks has one.
I don't.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, you don't have. It's like when you have sweaty hands, it's easier because a lot of people like when you're and my room's tiny, so it gets hot really quick.
True.
So I have a. My mom just bought a fan. I don't use it that often because there's only two options, 2 and 3, and they're both super loud, and they just blow in my face.
Set it like near you, like not too close, and put it on one.
And build my wall. Oh yeah.
Try and do something to like make it go towards you better.
That's why I wish I could get like a PC and like an internet that I could plug into my PC. Cause then if I got a PC and better internet and better ping, I'm guaranteed anybody that got better ping on a PC. I guarantee anybody that got a better ping and a PC would be way, or not way better, but they'd have a way bigger advantage on everybody but when they used to. Like before they were on console, maybe 30, 40 ping, 20 if your internet's good. But when you switch to PC and you're on like 10 ping, you have a way higher advantage because you're taking most people's walls. You have time to react faster because you're not lagging. So you have a way bigger advantage on than your friends that are on console with like 30 ping.
True. Now, there's one question.
And
they do have the advantage.
Yeah.
And now that
I'm not saying
okay. What you're saying or proposing is if you had the ping, the equipment, it would drive you to be better at the game. Scientifically, and I agree with you. You do need the tools you need to progress. But now you got to think, how are you going to get the money to progress? Because that's the world we live in, unfortunately. We need money to buy these fucking bullshit things.
I know. I just wish, like, obviously it's never gonna happen because.
No, it will. Because think about it. Go in your neighborhood.
No. That's not what I know. If I actually want to get a PC, I could get it. But I'm saying that by the time I'm old enough to get a job, Fortnite's probably gonna be like not many people are gonna play it. Because that's like 3 years from now.
We don't know the future.
If it's still popular in 3 years,
I feel like it will be. I feel like you got that
this
time.
is a very this
Isn't
game
it
has
one
had
of the
so much
top most
potential.
played games?
This is like one of the most popular games in the world ever.
And the only reason it would die is if people lose interest. But the only way they lose interest is,
I think Fortnite has been losing so much players and gaining so much players is because of the coronavirus, because they can't all be in the same place, like pushing out constant updates like they used to. And like, it's hard to like do that stuff, so they can't just push out updates all the time like they used to because quarantine.
Indeed.
And then how the coronavirus spreads by touch,
Now,
that's what really makes it worse.
we could make those problems into effect. But you do have to realize, Fortnite is the only game of its kind. There's not a battle royale with building and the strategic and there's nothing like this. It would take something to replace it in order for it to die. But if something has to replace it, it has to be better. People that want to enjoy doing. Now we don't know if that could happen.
Probably
It is
Apex
possible.
Legends.
No, Apex.
No, I'm saying the only game that's really took over Fortnite in the past year is Minecraft.
True.
Oh yeah,
That's
true.
because even though Apex Legends was big at one point, people died off of it in like 4 months.
You want to know why though?
People haven't died off Fortnite for like 3 years. Because
They have something that Apex doesn't.
they have building, they have third person, they have editing, they have so many different like
I just killed myself.
They have so many different mechanisms in the game that difference themselves from Apex.
Now, the reason why I don't like Apex, I'm all for battle royales. I love them, but the way Apex did it, there's just too much RNG. In Fortnite, you have, you know, common, uncommon, rare, epic, and legendary guns, correct?
Mhm.
And they all do a certain amount of damage. If you go to Apex, not only do you have RNG for your guns, or rarity, you know, damage, etc. You have rarity for your attachments for the gun. Your helmet, your armor, your shield, everything. That's harder, right? Now, I didn't want to take the time to learn it because I was so committed to Fortnite. It's just a simpler, better formula. I didn't like Apex when I played it. It didn't feel right.
Yeah, I played it. I played it like I think like 5 times. And the only times I really played it was
Dang.
when like
I'm on almost 100.
the only time I think I actually played it was that time when Fortnite was down for like 2 days.
Dang.
You know when they had like the black hole
down
event?
for like a week? I thought it was down
The
for
only
like
time
a
I
week.
played Apex was when they had like the black hole.
GG. I shouldn't have edited that.
That has to
there.
be the worst event in Fortnite ever.
And
I really don't like Chapter 2.
like I was gonna say, obviously the reason Energy Unknown is good at the game is not just because he has a PC and has better frames and ping than everybody. He has the experience, the mechanics, he has everything. But he obviously has a higher advantage when he's on a PC. Like if he was on console, it's harder because there's input delay. Less frames. And you have a better chance of having worse ping because it's not running as fast. There's on my Xbox there's only one fan. On some PCs there's like 4 and 5. So it has like it doesn't get as hot as it. So that means you have when my Xbox is hot, my frames go down like 30. So if he was on console, he would not. Actually, I couldn't say he wouldn't, but he'd have a way lower advantage of beating most of the people he beats.
Oh my goodness. That was a nasty flick. Indeed.
And that's the reason why he beats most people in the tournament. Because in the tournaments, obviously, most of the people, like, I'm not saying FNCS, most FNCS players have PCs and like good running stuff, but I'm saying like just in normal cash cups. He plays on controller, so he can get into lobbies with console players. So he has an advantage on those people that are on a console. So if he was on console, he wouldn't have that advantage. Obviously, he had the
solution to that is, and it's only Fortnite can do. When you ready up with the controller, they have to come up with something to sense that he's on PC. Because when you think of controller, you think of console. Because that's where the controller originates from. But now we live in a day where you can plug in your controller into a PC and use it to play Fortnite. That's why all those PC players that hated aim assist and went to Valorant, that's the reason. They couldn't handle the aim assist. They wanted to play amongst their kind, everyone keyboard and mouse. They didn't have the flexibility to play with controller players. Because they died to him.
And obviously, aim assist is a big, like, it's very good. But I wouldn't say it's OP because if we didn't have aim assist, we'd be terrible. Because we have to aim with joysticks. You guys have to aim with the mouse.
they have their whole arm. We have our thumbs.
Exactly.
But you have to really take in the left stick aim to help with your right stick. You have to,
and
He is right.
I don't
Your
know
movement-
it
together. Yeah,
Your movement's
your
important as
movement
well.
and your
I don't know why people are saying remove aim assist, because if they removed aim assist, controller peels would be so bad.
would.
When I thought they removed aim assist, I thought it was on console too, and I was like, no, bro. And
They
then
didn't
I
remove
found
aim
out
assist. It was just
they nerfed it for PC.
down to where
For
it's
PC.
basically just console aim assist.
No. They nerfed it for PC.
Even if they nerfed it,
not for us.
even if they did nerf it, they controller PC players still have higher frames than us.
Yeah.
Better ping most probably. So they still have the advantage because they're on a better device than on a
Yeah, but
console
you
at
don't-
60 FPS.
You never know what could happen. They could like update their PS4. Like you could get a new like fan.
that's why
you
I
could
think-
get a new fan. You could get like
Console should get like at least 90 frames. Because mobile has 120.
That's just technology. Wait till the PS5 comes out. That's
Yeah,
what I'm
we're
waiting
gonna-
for.
we would be able to get like with all the new stuff they're putting into the PS5.
I
we
switched
could get it. I hope we can get at least like 140 frames. I hope we can get at least that. Maybe 120 if that.
We're gonna get 120.
We are?
For PS5.
Like I'm gonna even have the money.
It's gonna be like 500. Just figure out how to get the 500.
My mom definitely can't buy that.
I just hope the Xbox, the new Xbox comes out, and hopefully it's good.
You can't.
If it is,
you can't always say can't. You know?
Yeah, but my mom doesn't have a job.
Well.
If it's actually the Xbox is like $500, it's obviously not as expensive as a PC. And it's only like
Ooh, good shot.
maybe like if it's like 400. I'm probably gonna work.
Like I'm sure your passion will drive you. Let's say you can't afford it, right? You have people in your neighborhood. Just ask them if they need any favors, anything done, in order to make
I
that.
can't, I live
can't
in like a
because-
kind of bad neighborhood, so
Oh, I see now.
That's what I'm saying. If
there's
it's
some bad people
if
that live in my neighborhood, so
Now what happens in your neighborhood that makes it bad?
I mean, there's been gunshots. I've heard gunshots before.
What neighborhood do you live in?
Huh?
What neighborhood do you live in? Or like where do you live? A trailer park.
Mm-hmm.
In like Texas.
Oregon.
Okay. Poverty has hit that place a lot. Now it just takes understanding. There may be bad neighborhoods, but everyone's just trying to survive. You just gotta tell them. You gotta tell them. You can't be scared to tell them. You're just a kid.
Well, yeah, but there's like people that do drugs here too.
so
Indeed. Drugs is another evil tool.
Mm-hmm.
Except for weed.
So-
Weed is not a drug. It's
Yeah,
a
it's
plant.
natural.
like what I was saying, when the new Xbox comes out, if it's actually good, it gets like better than 60 frames.
It probably will.
If it's worth the money,
then you'll do
then I'm
anything to
gonna
acquire it.
work off to get it.
You'll do anything to acquire it. Whatever the mind can conceive, it can achieve. Someone taught me that as well. Whatever the mind can think of and like conceive, it can think of how to get it. It just takes time and effort. You gotta really think. Against all odds, you know, it may seem like you can't do it, but you have to find a way, because that's what life does. In order to,
Now it's
oh my
massive.
goodness. It's like I'm talking, just boom. But yeah, you can't be limited to resources, I understand. But you just have to find a way. You can't give up.
And the reason I also want to start doing YouTube is because, and also the reason I'm switching to vlog, because obviously this is not 100% true, but in my mind, like I'm not sure, but I feel like if you're good at the game, you have a not a higher chance, but I feel like more people want to watch someone that's good than someone that's just garb.
True. Very indeed.
So, I feel like someone will feel like most people someone that's good at the game rather than someone that's just 60 FPS console, but that's just not very good. Obviously that's not true, but
I think it's about relativity. You know how Einstein talks about theory of relativity? He was a very smart individual. There's a reason why he's in history books. Now relativity is in humans. When you like come across another human that has something relatable, you bond to them. Just naturally, it's not like someone told you to. It's just a natural human thing.
That's like my friend that I was talking about earlier.
Now, with that being said, I forgot where I was going.
Sorry.
No, it's not your fault. I'm trying to multitask. I'm trying to get better at it. Talk and play at the same time.
yeah, cause like if you get like a higher viewing party on like YouTube, if more people watch you, you're gonna have to make not more content, but you're gonna have to
Ooh, good
make
shot!
better content.
Oh my god.
So the more people you have, the more they're gonna want to watch you talk and not just sit there and play the game.
True.
So that's why people gotta get good at like talking and doing other things at the same time. Like Fearless or Locking, all these content creators, they all have to get good at talking and playing at the same time.
Indeed.
Because if they don't,
your fate.
the viewers are gonna get bored.
Yeah.
When you're in that situation, when you're too high to build down, you have no choice but to take fall damage.
Mhm.
I feel like it's possible. Because it has to be done before. It must take a lot of patience and time to get. But imagine you're falling all the way down, and you one pump that person right before you hit the ground.
Mhm. That's what I tried doing that one.
Imagine perfecting it. Never have to die to fall damage again. Well, not die
I
to
got
it, but
pretty good jump shots. My jump shots are pretty good. Do you think my jump shots are good sometimes?
I would have to critique them in order to critique.
No, my controller's glitched out.
Sometimes my friend builds up on me and he tries to peek me. I just jump and hit him with my pump, and he's like, "How did you hit that?" Like, I kill him so much by doing my jump shots.
It's because most people don't do this. Everyone thinks in this game you need high ground. But when there's a yin, there's a yang.
You need to try and perfect that low ground play.
Exactly. He hasn't. He's probably not exposed to low ground play. He doesn't know how to do it.
Oh wait, hold up. Hold up. My friend just joined the party real quick. Sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
And that's why I want to get like recognized on YouTube, is because the more viewers you have and stuff, the more money you make. So
not even money. Don't think about the money. Think about how many people you're influencing to make the world a better place. Fuck the money. I'll be honest with you. If I had the solution and the power, I feel like money is the root of all evil. And I'm gonna tell you why. I'm watching this documentary. It's about this billionaire. His name is Jeffrey Epstein or whatever, right? He's a billionaire. He's hung out with Bill Clinton, you know, all these high people in high places and etc. And people thought he was a good person just because he got to that place. But he figured out how to manipulate money and people to achieve his desires to where it was unethical. He would hurt humans in order to get what he wanted. Right? But that's evil. Who would let such a thing happen? Now, in order for him to do that, he would have to pay people off. You know, sell your soul to the devil, so to speak.
GG.
But yeah, he's this billionaire, you know, it's documentary's crazy, man. That he's been prostituting and like, okay, so what he does is, because he has so much money and power, his desire is like his sex, right? He loves females and he loves to, you know, fornicate. Now, what he did to achieve that is he manipulated man and money in order to acquire it. Didn't matter how much anything cost, or, you know, he would go through so much lengths to make sure that he would live this life the way he wanted to. But he didn't do it in an ethical way. And it all caught up to him. By the time of his trial in court and all of this, all this evidence that says he's a bad person, that he's raped all these people and blah blah blah, you know, it all caught up to him. He thought he was gonna get away with it because he knew how to manipulate man and money. He thought so, until someone cared enough for these human beings or women that got raped by him in order to stop him, because he was evil. He was a force of evil in this world that was not in the place he was supposed to be. A billionaire hanging out with Bill Clinton and all this. Too much freedom for someone that evil, if you ask me. Ooh, good shot. But he goes to court and all this evidence is thrown in his face, and then he ends up in jail. And then once he realizes that he lost his control, he killed himself.
Wait, sorry, I didn't hear any of that because it went to Game Channel, my bad.
Oh shit. Okay, so you got the billionaire part, and you got the part where he
it was at the part where he just got to the court place or whatever.
Alright. So he goes to court, or trial I should say, and they have all this evidence of him prostitution, you know, fucking over people's rights over money and blah blah blah, buying them off, doing all this bad shit that he thought he could get away with because he knew how to manipulate money and humans. But it all caught up to him, and once it caught up to him and he went in that jail cell and couldn't do nothing, had no control, he killed himself. Why did he kill himself? Because he came into the conclusion that he was a sick human being. No human should ever have to go through what he did to a human being, ever. And then he felt that pain of what he did to all those people. So I do believe that evil, like, karma has to catch up to these good people. Or bad people, I should say.
Yeah, I think,
It's just a matter of us people to look for kids like that. Like, human beings that lie, human beings that steal, human beings that do stuff that's not right. We have to look out for these people. And put them in their place. Because he was a genius. He knew how money worked. He knew how people worked. And so, by studying that, he knew how to manipulate it into his own control. Once that control was gone, and he was in that cell, lost everything. Lost all of his mansions, all of the girls, lost everything. He was put in a state to where, why did I lose all this? It was because he was a terrible person to gain all of it. And then it bit him in the ass. It drove him to kill himself mad. He couldn't take it. Despite his worth of billions and billions and billions of dollars, he was shit. A terrible human being. Not even worth being on this planet. But the right thing happened to him. It caught up to him. And then it made me think that there's justice in the world. That's what it needs.
oh, GG.
Alright. I did say I was gonna go to bed at 11:30. It is midnight. So I will have to end the stream here. You know, I do appreciate you guys for your time and all what you brought to my channel. You can always come back to my channel to watch it. And I'll be here tomorrow.
Sorry, I ended the game trying to switch the game channel.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, that's cool.
I'm basically
Kaden,
saying goodbye. Because I said I was gonna go to bed at 11:30.
Oh, it's already 12. Jeez.
Yeah, I have to go bed too.
Everyone needs to rest.
That's too
Tomorrow's a new day.
Have fun.
Who the hell? Oh, it's another person.
Yeah, it's fine.
You caught me off guard, buddy. Hey, don't call me a dirt digger, okay? You're kind of hiding and talking into your nose. Say it with your chest. Don't be a little scared. Say what you mean and mean what you say.
Yes, sir.
Kaden, I told you, don't be
It's okay. He's a human. I'm just pointing out the mistakes.
Yeah, don't worry, I'm not really talking.
Yeah, he's not.
I'm just
I just took dirt to dirt the wrong way. Because I know what it means.
I'm just joking.
Kaden likes to
Understood.
joke around a lot, and sometimes it just gets out of hand. Right, Kaden?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Oh, that was a good shot.
You know how long it's been since we played Fortnite?
You know how long it's been since we played together? Like 2 days. Cause you never accept my invite. Why don't you accept my invites?
Sounds fine.
Yes, you do. I always invite you.
Okay, I'm gonna get off.
Why can't I invited you today while you were streaming?
After this round, I'm getting off. So.
Wait, so should I text you when I wanna play?
Snapchat. Probably.
No.
Good night, everybody. I'll talk to you guys
Have
tomorrow.
fun.
Messenger.
Take care. Have a good night. Sleep.
You too.
Oh my god, there is some frick.
And to anybody that watches the stream in the future or now, same to you as well. Take care and prosper. Luminary Libra out.